fall isn't just quite here, but we're all dying for the pumpkin spice and all the goods and all the sweaters. I do want to do a look that is a little bit more on the warm tones. Let's get started. I'm starting with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless filter in the shade 3. It's light medium. Basically what this does is it's kind of like a primer mixed with a sheer glow highlighter all in one, and I love the way this makes my skin look. I wouldn't say it like fills in any pores, but it definitely just gives me a nice added glow. And if you're not interested in this product, I also use the Bare Minerals Glow, and this is in the shade Free. So these are pretty similar, but give it a go. It's nice to put a little glow underneath your makeup to really make it look nice and dewy and fresh and not too cakey. So we're going to start with that. Next, I'm going to use my Master Camo, and this is from Maybelline. It is a color corrector under my eyes to counteract the purple and the blue that is going on. So I add just a little bit, just like that, and then I just use my fingers and pat that on. So if you have dark under eyes that you're trying to conceal, try this out because I have really enjoyed it. I'm going to cover that up a little bit with my Maybelline. This is the... Ooh, it's rubbed off. It's the Fit Me Concealer. It's in the shade 10, which is fair. And I'm going to dab this underneath my eyes where I just put the color corrector. And then I will blend this in and start with the rest of my contour. So my makeup is going to look really funky until we're completely done. So just be prepared for that. I do my makeup, if you follow Scott Barnes, he has this really unique way of sculpting your face and then applying the foundation and powders. I'm going in with a bare face with my contour stick, and I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible, and the shade is Cocoa. Does that look crazy or what? And I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush. This is number 405. And I will just start blending out that contour. And I'm using my absolute favorite Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm using the shade Light Medium Honey. So I'll put a little bit under my eyes and just pull that down quite a bit. And I'll put it on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and then also along my jaw, and then a little bit on my forehead, just like that. Okay, so I don't want my under eyes to crease at all, so I'm going to use a magical powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I use the shade 05 Fair. And I'll go in with a flat-ended brush just like this and take a little bit on that brush, kind of pat some of it off. But I do want to bake because I don't want my under eyes to crease, so I will add a pretty good amount under my eyes. Now I'm going to add my blush. So I am doing the Pixie. This is the natural blush. It's a sheer cheek gel. Now I have all of that done. It's time for my foundation. So I am going to use my absolute favorite. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I have the shade 3C3 Sandbar. And I'm not putting it under my eyes, you can obviously see, because I've already put my concealer on and my powder, and I don't need to add any foundation there because I already did my color corrector, the lighter concealer, and then the concealer that I want to match my skin tone. So I'm going to avoid that area and just put foundation in the spots that I added that lighter concealer, and then a little bit over the contour too. And I'm going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is the powder in the shade Medium, and just pat a little bit of that along my jawline and where I added that foundation. I'm going to use the Cocoa Bronze, and with my big, this is the Real Techniques powder brush, I'm just going to dab a little bit of that in there and go over where I put that cream contour. I'm just going to take this brush and chisel out my nose just a little bit to contour it. I'm going to move on to blush, and I've been using a little bit of a darker blush. This is called Hot Nights from MAC Cosmetics, and I believe it was I've had this for so long, I don't even know. It was one of their like collections. Maybe they still have it, but I just can't be too sure. And now we're gonna move on to highlighter. This is from MAC as well, one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I'm just gonna swivel my brush in there and start on my nose. I love this highlighter. It works perfect for my skin tone. There's so many out there. I'm gonna put a little bit above that blush that I did. I go a little crazy with highlight, but here's a secret. Take a little bit on your finger and put it right below your eyebrows, like right in that little divot. I know it seems so funny, but seriously, some of my favorite makeup artists do this trick, and it just like bam, 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 makes you look so glamorous. Now I'm going to go in with brows, and I'm going to use the Precisely My Brow. This is from Benefit. I've lately been loving a pencil. I don't know, since I had my baby, my brows have changed quite a bit, so I now do have to fill them in. Brows can get so out of hand so quickly. We gotta stop. Just move on, Brie. Okay, we're just gonna move on. Don't mind how crazy red my eye is. My allergies here in Vegas since we moved back have been on a whole other level, so I haven't been crying. Just allergies. So here's the fun part now, is the eyeshadow. So I'm going to use this Urban Decay palette. This is a collection of 3 palettes. This is the Bailout palette. Let me open it if I can. So I'll be using these 3 dark brown shades today. I'll start with that Bailout color, and I'm going to use my absolute favorite eyeshadow brush. This is the Morphe M441. And I am going to add a generous amount of that color onto my brush, and I'm gonna just start blending that in my crease. So I'm just doing like windshield wiper motions, and then also doing a lot of circular motions too to blend that color out. One of my favorite eyeshadow tricks ever is to pull the eyeshadow all the way to your nose. Does that seem crazy? It does, I know, but it looks so beautiful. It's like all your Pinterest makeup dreams are coming true right now. You just have to put your eyeshadow to your nose. So I'm gonna go in with the next color, and I'll use this Faith color right here. I'm just gonna put this color in like a V shape. So this is one of my favorite ways to get a really smoky eyeshadow look really quick, and something that's appropriate for daytime and nighttime. I'm going to use this light shade Skimp. I'm mainly just focusing this color on my lid, and I'm going to blend that out a little bit with my finger. And then I'll take my Morphe, this is the M443, it's a little more flat, and I'm going to take that Bailout color and then just blend a little bit underneath my eye to add some kind of dimension. And I'm just kind of squeezing the brush a little bit. Okay, now I am ready to go with mascara. And I'm going to use the Lancome. This is the Monsieur mascara. So I'm going to add a thin coat of that, just a really small amount because I will be putting lashes on. I got a little bit closer to show you really precisely how I apply my lashes. So if you don't know, I own my own false lash line, and it is Be Lashed. And let me get a close up. Here you go. I'm going to be wearing the Gabriella lashes today. These are a great everyday if you want a little bit more glam, but you want something wispy. This is awesome. So we'll go with this one today. I'm going to apply my lash glue onto my strip. Can you see it there? I'm using the brush on glue from Ardell, and I like to just do a nice thin layer of glue. Nothing too crazy. You really don't need a lot at all. Just like that. Honestly, one of the best tricks for applying lashes is to let your glue dry for 30 seconds. All right, my glue is pretty tacky, so I am going to use some tweezers. You can use a lash applicator too, which I personally prefer, but I can't find mine anywhere to save my life. So I'm gonna have to stick with tweezers today. Take your mirror, look right down into it, and then you just wanna place your lash right on top of your lash line, just like that. And then I'm going to use my tweezers to pull that lash into place. And what helps this lash stay so well is that I also let my glue dry and get pretty tacky. Now what I'm gonna do is pinch that lash onto my eyelid. Here goes the next one. So I'm looking down into my mirror. Everybody do this with me. Grabbing my lash, looking down, I can see that spot I want to put my lash. I'm going, and I'm pressing firmly with my tweezers so that my lash stays in place while I move it. Now I'm moving it in my corner and pressing that down. And my next corner, which I know corners can be tricky, so you want to just make sure and shimmy that one right into the spot that you want it. And then you can also use your tweezers and press down like this to make sure it's in place. I just like to secure them by pinching down. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm like 90% sure you're already sick of me at this point, so I'm gonna finish off this look and just be done. So this is the NYX lip liner, and this is the shade Natural. And I'm gonna overline my lips quite a bit because I love massive lips. That's just the look that I love. I'm gonna add on top of that lip liner this soft matte lip cream, and this is also NYX. This is the color Stockholm, and probably my most used lip color for sure. I'm gonna put the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the it's the Kim KW lip color, and it's way lighter than both of these, so I'm just gonna put it right in the middle. I'll put all of the details at the bottom, and if you have any questions about lashes, always send me a message. My website is shopblash.com. I have over 20 different styles on there. They all are super lightweight. You can wear them 30 plus times. They have a cotton band. They are incredible. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I am super appreciative. You're awesome. You're great. And I'll see you on my next vid. Yeah?